How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to be talking about the top 10 most played survival games on Steam, because with a lot of survival games that are coming out these days, numbers do matter. A lot of people want to play with a decent server amount and things like that. So hopefully if you want to choose your next survival game, this list will help you do so. Subnautica is a survival game based on an underwater alien-infested world. Now the backstory behind this is that you're a crew member of a ship that takes damage from an unknown source, but you survive. But now that you're trapped on an alien planet filled with water. I found this game very interesting due to the fact that it doesn't follow the normal concepts that most survival games follow, just based on it being on an alien world underwater. You're able to build your own bases and travel deeper and deeper and explore the ocean. I found this game a very interesting single play experience, so the numbers of the amount of people that play doesn't really apply. But for those who are interested, there are about 2,703 players on average this month. The game will cost you around $20 and it has a very positive review on Steam, 92% positive. So this game is highly recommended for people who are looking for a nice single player survivor game. Number 9 we have The Forest. When I played this game, it was still in alpha, but I actually have looked back in what it has become now, and it has completely changed. A lot more things have been added. You can craft so much different items that will keep you going for days. It is playable from start to finish because they've added an actual goal in the game. Now when it starts, the background to this whole game. When it starts, you're in a plane that crash lands on an island. You and your son are the sole survivor, but your son gets kidnapped by a cannibal, and it's your job to rescue him. I find with this storyline, it does change the game quite a bit. In the start, it feels a lot like a survival game, where you have to gather, chop down wood, make a base, but due to the AI and everything in the game, eventually you become kind of unstoppable. And this is where having goals really matters. So this goal allows you to explore the map a lot more. It'll also give you something to do when you hit that unstoppable phase. The graphics in this game is pretty amazing, and they've got a lot of stuff that they're working on and still continue working on. For those who are interested in the numbers, here we go. There are 2,756 on average. It is very positive and has a 91% positive rating. That's really cool and pretty recommended to pick up. Number 8 we have Dayz. Now Dayz doesn't really have a storyline. It kind of has a goal. The whole goal is to survive and gear up and do PvP. But it's more of an open world PvP survival game, or what a lot of people that have played Dayz like to call it, a walking simulator. But it's weird with this game, because the things that I actually like are also the things that I dislike. And it's hard to really phrase that, so I'll try my best. Like the whole walking for like half an hour to finally find someone sometimes can get really boring really fast. But because you've been walking for like half an hour, you've kind of relaxed, you've let your guard down. Then when you see someone, adrenaline pumping, extreme anxiety moment when you're trying to fight someone, and it really portrays the whole survival aspect of what it would be like in this world, which I really enjoy. But this is a game that I would kind of relies on a lot of people playing, but some of the servers aren't even that big yet. For those people who are interested in the numbers, here they are. There are 3,337 people playing on average this month. It's mostly negative comments, about 26% positive, so I don't know what to say. It's not really recommended to get this game, but it's still number 8 and still got a fair player base, so maybe if you want to give it a try, this might be the time. In number 7 we have Conan Exiles. Now this is a game that I actually really enjoyed playing, but due to where I live and the connection I get, a lot of the servers weren't full or were completely empty. There was just not a lot of people playing that were around in my area that can connect to the servers that I could connect to. So I didn't really have a good time playing this game, even though the single player experience is still pretty fun. And due to the animals and things like that that actually do quite a bit of damage and can keep you entertained, I just find that it would be a game better if there was people. This game is from Funcom and they actually did a really amazing job. There's a lot of things in this game that I would love to see in other games, like just little things like when you mine a rock, the rock breaks apart. When I actually play this game, I actually feel thick and strong. It gives me that kind of feeling. It's quite interesting the way that it does it. Just with the whole jumping, with the animation, with the feeling, with the sound effects, I think everything is done really well. Overall, when it was released, and it is still a new game released, but when it was released, it actually was released pretty well established. There was things here and there that were missing and a few biomes which they're looking to add, but it's actually a pretty well functioning game that hopefully will be better over time. But for those of you who are interested in the numbers, here, let's get into it. For Conan Exiles, there are 3,496 players on average every month. It has mixed reviews at about 54% positive. Number 6, we have H1Z1. Now, H1Z1 was kind of the underdog with a lot of the games I found. With Dayz, it never really did as well as Dayz. Maybe like 7 Days to Die and other things. It was kind of the underdog and always viewed as kind of the worst one out of them all. Well, based on popular opinion, that is. Now I think it's actually doing really well because of that whole King of the Kill and all the mods that it is bringing out. So H1Z1 that just survived is doing pretty well. Now for those people who want the numbers, H1Z1 has 3,907 players on average every month. The reviews are mixed, exactly 50%. Number 5, RimWorld. Now this game, I actually didn't really hear much about it. I heard little whispers here and there about it, and yeah, I kind of just ignored it. It wasn't really my style until I actually was writing down this list and I saw how interesting this game is. It is pretty flippin' interesting, and like the amount that you can do is insane, and it's still being developed to this day, which is really cool. But yeah, it's doing pretty well. For the player base, it's actually got quite a decent player base at 5,263 players per month. And it has an overwhelming positive score of 96%. So this game is doing really well and setting the pace for all the other games. In this list, there's not one game that reaches that high of a positive score. I even bought the game just before I recorded this and can't wait to try it out. I think it's going to be interesting, just with the way that you can build bases, look after your people, the management you do, take over, raid other colonies. I think it's really epic and I can't wait to give it a try. Okay, now we're starting to hit a little bit of the big boys. So this one is number 4, 7 Days to Die. 7 Days to Die is actually a really epic zombie game, and this game, I don't know, whenever I have that itch for a survival game, this always seems to scratch it. That whole like, I just want to see how long I can last, how long I can defeat everyone, do it solo, do it hardcore, put it at the hardest settings and see how long I can survive. This game really scratches that itch, and it's actually quite enjoyable to play. It has gone through a number of updates and is actually well received in the community. 8,416 concurrent players this month, and it has a very positive score of 81% positive. That is really amazing. This is a game that I've really enjoyed playing. The building, there are better systems, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so now we're gonna play Unturned. Now Unturned, I don't know what really to say about this game. It's kind of like a Dayz Minecraft-ish game. I played it for quite a bit, or not really quite a bit, a decent amount. It has 17,915 concurrent players this month. And the reason for one of those, for that amount, is it's free to play. When you're done watching this video, maybe just give it a try. It's maybe a good solution if you want to maybe look at getting Dayz. Okay, we've hit top 2. Now this one is undoubtedly Rust. Now Rust is a huge game, and I don't know, it's one of those games you either love it or you hate it. I don't know how really else to describe it. Either it's one of those games that just like fuck you until you like it, you know, and that's literally how it is. There's no real hand holding or anything like that, especially if you're a solo player or part of a small group. You'll feel the pain and the salt. This actually has a huge player base, and I have no trouble finding a server. Even in my area, I swear some of the ping I get is like 10 ping. There must be a server next door to me or some shit. So yeah, I actually would recommend trying this game out. It's very popular and very wide. It has a player base of 28,193 and has a very positive review at 77% positive. Now that's probably going to change due to the new update that's being released, but hey, this is what it says. And number 1, we have Ark Survival Evolved with the massive player base of 40,670 players on average every month. That is insane. But it has mixed reviews at about 63% positive. It costs a little bit more than Rust at about $30. But it's really interesting where you can tame dinosaurs, ride them, just raid people, build. It's got a lot of aspects to it that a lot of games don't have. It's got a leveling system much like an MMO. This game is really cool and has a really solid core idea. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button. If you're new, hit subscribe and write a comment down on what your favorite game is and what game you would support and what game you are busy playing. Thank you very much. Stay tuned for more videos. Cheers.